Saurabh, who's joined by an advocate. Saurabh, over to you. Get us the details.
Second Saturday, but we don't know.
Well, we were in court, and to understand the sense of on what reasons, the accused in this case will have to still remain in prisons, given that they've been sent to judicial custody. I have someone from Advocate Tarak Sayed's team who was representing Arbaz Merchant, who is accused number 2 in the case. Can you tell me, it was rejected on the ground that it's not maintainable. In simple language, what does this mean? Can you explain for viewers who may not be, aware of legalese?
In simple language, it means that the CR has an intermediate and commercial quantity involved, which is specifically triable by Sessions Court. So this court does not have the jurisdiction to decide on the bail.
Basically, even though the accused may not have had commercial quantity with them, because the case has commercial quantity, they will have to, it will be tried in Sessions Court, and therefore they'll have to apply for bail in Sessions Court. Am I right?
Yes.
Is there anything else that the judge said in the order?
No, the judge has reserved the orders for proper dictation will be given after some time.
All right.
So
He said 8 o'clock.
Yes, by 8 o'clock we'll get the actual proper reasoned order.
Okay. And post that, obviously the next step would be to move session.
That will be to file bail in the Sessions Court ASAP.
So obviously there was no comments on the merits of the case.
No, there was no comments on the merits of the case because
court.
it is not maintainable in itself.
Right.
So once it is not maintainable, he will never go into the merits of the case. If it was maintainable, then he would have gone into the merits of the case and decided whether he had to give bail or not give bail.
Right.
But he said, I don't have the jurisdiction.
All right. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Your name, ma'am?
Alisha Parekh.
All right. Thank you. So obviously you heard from the lawyers also who were present in court. The fact is, in simple terms, this court, the magistrate's court, feels that it's not the appropriate court to hear the bail application. What's the reason for that? The reason is that, of course, this is a case where there's commercial quantity seized from other accused, which makes the case itself, eligible for trial in the Sessions Court, which is a higher court, which means that the bail application will also have to be heard by that court. That's the gist of what it is in simple terms. That's what maintainability petition, that was what the NCB also argued. In fact, Mr. Anil Singh, the advocate, the Assistant Solicitor General, the Additional Solicitor General, I beg your pardon, Additional Solicitor General argued that this case is not maintainable because there's commercial quantity from other accused and the other accused are connected to these accused even though they may not have found anything on him. So on that basis, because this has commercial quantity, the case itself, it may not be the accused, but the case has commercial quantity, it will have to go to Sessions Court for trial, and thereby the bail also will have to be heard by the Sessions Court, not the magistrate. The magistrate here has agreed with that premise, which is why even though arguments were made on the merits of the case, on whether he deserves bail or not, whether the case against him is strong, strong enough for him.
Yes, so, one wonders why so many hours were spent arguing the merits of the case, because we know, the way Aryan Khan's lawyer was arguing, he went into various aspects of it. Then you had the ASG saying that these are, high-profile people, that they could fiddle with the evidence, that they could tamper with, and with the witnesses, etc., etc. But finally, you're saying the bail has not been granted based on a technicality.
Absolutely, and the point is really that the bail hearing, right at the beginning, as we had also reported, it was divided into two parts. The judge said, I will hear everything and decide. Now, obviously, the Additional Solicitor General argued first on maintainability, saying it was not maintainable, and then argued on merits also, because the judge allowed him to.
Right.
The defense side argued on merits, because they obviously wouldn't want challenging the maintainability given they had filed the bail plea in this very court. So the arguments took time.
All right,
now,
Saurabh,
obviously,
I just want to know now,
because,
right, Saurabh, since you've explained this, I just want to know now yesterday, when he was put into custody, he didn't go to Arthur Road Jail because they still had to have their COVID test, etc. But tonight, they'll go to Arthur Road Jail. He will be in proper jail tonight?
Absolutely, he will be in jail tonight. In fact, he's already been taken to Arthur Road Jail. Aryan Khan and the others, and of course the lady accused, which is Munmun Dhamecha, will be taken to the Baikala jail. But he'll be kept in a quarantine cell.
I see.
Now, this is of course in in tune with COVID protocols in place, that there will be quarantine cells and he will have to be kept in that quarantine cell for 7 days. So he's already in Arthur Road jail. The jail has already admitted him, at least that's what the court was informed. And he will stay there till such time that he gets bail. And of course his lawyers are going to immediately move Sessions Court for bail as soon as they get the order from here. The judge has said, the magistrate here has said that he will not go home without dictating the order. So he will give them the order, but it will take some time, till about 8 o'clock or so, for him to dictate physically the order, the reasoning.